Needless to say, it was jarring seeing Cam Newton with the Patriots backdrop. And needless to say, for the sake of fairness, Cam Newton, I thought, said all the right things about being on the Patriots, called it surreal. It's going to be interesting monitoring him playing for Bill Belichick. And listen, I still think Stid is going to be the starter, okay? Cam said that he's 100% healthy and the foot is okay and the shoulder is okay, and it better be, because Cam Newton, his last 8 starts in the NFL, it's been abysmal. He's throwing to the wrong team. He can't run. And I'm telling you, with less fanfare, Jarrett Stidham met the press today, and he said he loves competition. And he said, bring it on. And I think that Stid is going to be the guy. Look, he knows the offense. He has a leg up on Cam in that regard. Knows Josh McDaniels. He knows Bill Belichick. And I just think that Stid has that arm, that leadership, that accuracy. And even though Cam Newton is going to be wearing number 1 in New England, comes with the flash and the sizzle, I think the evenness and the upside of a young cat like Stid, I think he's going to end up being the better option at the quarterback position for the New England Patriots. Kevin Stefanski is extra fired up about where his quarterback is physically, where his quarterback is mentally. Andrew, he referenced there in the soundbite, is Andrew Berry, the outstanding new general manager of the Cleveland Browns, who talked to the press yesterday, who said that Baker Mayfield looks great, had a wonderful offseason, took everything seriously. Listen, if you are a fan of the Cleveland Browns, you have to be fired up. I fully believe Baker Mayfield is going to be terrific in 2020. I mean, the guy was phenomenal in college, was a number 1 overall pick, was the rookie. Absolutely, positively wretched. He was terrible. He was horrible. I think, though, when you look at 2018 and you look at his upside, and Baker Mayfield is the subject of our Michelob Ultra Player Spotlight, there are reasons to believe that Baker, year 3, with Stefanski, with the weapons around him, he can absolutely dominate. And I'm not throwing that word around. You know, he was coached up 1 year ago by the clown show that was Freddie Kitchens. Stefanski is buttoned up. He's cerebral. He holds his players accountable. He's a tremendous play caller. He worked wonders with Kirk Cousins. You know, and Andrew Berry, the new GM, is part of the deal here, too. It really is. I mean, you know, John Dorsey was all about himself in Cleveland, and now you have a cerebral brass that's focused on football. They've got big-time wide receivers, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. Nick Chubb is an absolute star. They drafted a starting tackle. They signed a starting tackle. They signed Austin Hooper, who was remarkable for Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to be great for the Cleveland Browns. I think this offense is going to be dynamite. I really believe that. And I think that Baker Mayfield had the right approach in the offseason. And if I'm Kevin Stefanski, yeah, I'd be smiling too. I think it's going to be a banner year for Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Matt Ryan, the outstanding quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, needless to say, he was yucking it up in terms of Tom Brady joining him in the NFC South. And listen, I think that you look at these quarterbacks, I mean, these are phenomenal QBs. I mean, we're talking about 3 Hall of Famers, including Matt Ryan, by the way, Brady, Ryan, and Breeze. And we've been all over it all week. I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to have a monster season with the Carolina Panthers and Christian McCaffrey and those wideouts and Joe Brady calling the plays. And I think that Matt Ryan is primed for a huge season. I think the Falcons are going to really bounce back. Look, the offense is going to be sensational. I have questions about the head coach. I have questions about the defense. And Matt Ryan said, yeah, when you play those teams in the division, you're not just going up against the opposition's defense. You need Julio Jones, who he said is just different. Calvin Ridley, who he said has another level. You know, you're going up against the opposition's offense. You're not just facing Levante David, you're facing Tom Brady. You're not just facing Cam Jordan, you're facing Drew Brees. If you're a quarterback in this division, you know you have to outscore the other team. I think Matt Ryan, that offensive line is all intact. Julio Jones is absolutely special. He was raving about Todd Gurley, and he should, catching it out of the backfield, running it. Todd Gurley, major upgrade, my commentary, over Devontae Freeman. I think Matt Ryan and the Falcons, that offense is going to sizzle this season.